Let's have a look at some remarks made yesterday by Rigathi Gachagua. The remarks are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Rigathi Gachagua sends appeal to Gen Zs over protests. We want change through the ballot on the 10th of August 2027. And I have made a special appeal to the Gen Zs. I have told them, my children, we need you around to effect this change, and you cannot effect it when you are dead or shot in the leg and you are crippled, said Gachagua. The former DP went on to say that the youth have already made their point during past protests. I have asked the Gen Zs now to stop it. They have made their point. If they go to the streets, the orders to kill them are out, and we need these children to live and enjoy the change they desire. Please don't mistake it to be cowardly, for it is just being strategic. A good soldier must live to fight another day. And the Gen Zs is a group of people we need to make change, Gachagua added. So Rigathi is imploring upon the Gen Zs to stop their protests till 2027. And the reason for the stoppage is that if they go out to the streets, they will be killed by William Ruto's government. I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to see in clear terms what this means politically. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Why is Rigathi Gachagua calling off the Gen Z protests while Gen Zs are on record severally saying they are tribeless, leaderless, and partyless? Who gave Rigathi Gachagua that authority to call off the Gen Z protests? And will Gen Zs listen to him? There are two reasons why Rigathi Gachagua is calling off the protests. The first reason, Rigathi Gachagua is a coward. He knows that the Gen Zs have now crossed the red line. And should they continue pushing William Ruto will retaliate not on Gen Zs per se, but on him as Rigathi Gachagua. The reason being because some of his close allies have been found red-handed sponsoring the Gen Zs. We saw Mukunji dishing out money to some Gen Zs the last time there were protests on Sabasaba along Thika Road. Rigathi knows that should the Gen Zs continue, then William Ruto will retaliate on him as Rigathi Gachagua. That's what Rigathi Gachagua is trying to avoid. He's trying to avoid being arrested. And I also won't be wrong to say, Rigathi might have gone to the US because of such fears. For some times now, there have been fears that Rigathi Gachagua's arrest has been looming. And that looming arrest is what has made Rigathi Gachagua go to the United States of America. We are being told he might be there for even up to 2 months. So this is a coward who is just exposing his cowardice to the whole world. That's why he's calling for the protests to be postponed. The second reason, Rigathi Gachagua is very much opportunistic politically. He saw what happened during Sabasaba demonstrations. Rigathi understands that a majority of the Gen Zs might be very reluctant to go back to the streets, having seen what happened on Sabasaba Day. The government successfully blocked and dealt with them properly. And I know most Gen Zs naturally might be unwilling or very much reluctant to go back to the streets. And again, with the order William Ruto gave, that if you go there and you start looting, you will be shot on the leg. These factors might discourage Gen Zs from going back to the streets. Rigathi understands that very well. He knows that very well. So he wants to take credit. That is the person who told Gen Zs not to go for the protests. He wants to take that credit that I'm the person who warned Gen Zs not to go for the protests. And as he does that, he's also trying to get favor with William Samoei Ruto, the president. We are dealing with a coward here who is just trying to be in the good books with William Samoei Ruto. And I also won't be wrong to say, if today William Ruto extends an olive branch to Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi will gladly work with William Samoei Ruto. One day in Kenya's politics is a long period of time. We are here to see things. Some leaders in government will cross over to the opposition. Some in the opposition will join the government. It's still too early. But I'm seeing a very high possibility where if William Ruto today reaches out to Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi will gladly rejoin the government. And that brings us now to our final question. Will Gen Zs listen to Rigathi Gachagua? In this forum, I've always maintained that Kenyans are more loyal to their ethnic political kingpins than to any other thing. This thing called Gen Z is also fragmented along ethnic party lines and along political positions. Most definitely, we have a group of Gen Zs who are Rigathi Gachagua supporters. They will listen to Rigathi Gachagua. And we might now see the epicenter of the Gen Z's protests not being the mountain per se. Yes, the mountain might not be the epicenter with that warning coming from Rigathi Gachagua. But then again, Rigathi can just be making those remarks to hoodwink William Ruto and his team. But behind the scenes, he'll still be sponsoring protests against his political rivals in Mount Kenya. So I'm also seeing a pretender here. Somebody who's just pretending. He does not mean what he's saying. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also seeing a Rigathi Gachagua who just wants to pretend to the international community that he's a peaceful man. He wants to cut that image of a peaceful leader. But back here at home, we know exactly what has been happening. Rigathi has never been peaceful. In fact, Rigathi Gachagua's political critics on the mountain are seriously finding it rough there. Every now and then, Rigathi is inciting the ground against his political opponents. Speaking yesterday again, he singled out Kimani Ichung'wah and Kiunjuri as the biggest enemies of the mountain. And by singling out Kimani Ichung'wah and Kiunjuri, Rigathi Gachagua, in other words, was just indirectly sending his goons to attack Kimani Ichung'wah and Mwangi Kiunjuri. So again, Rigathi drinks wine, but he preaches water. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe give the video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you.